For the first time ever, there was a protest on a cruise ship on the Carnival Horizon, and I'm going to be back right after this to show you the footage and tell you all about it. Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for staying through the intro. Before we begin, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the little bell notification, that way YouTube will let you know every time we upload a brand new video. It's totally free for you and it sure does mean the world for our channel. So here I am, I'm on board the Carnival Horizon, where for the first time ever, there was actually a protest that broke out on the ship last night. Before I show you that footage, let me give you a little bit of the backstory on what happened during our voyage. We left Miami 8 days ago. And as we were leaving the port, we got about 2 hours out and there was a medical emergency on board. And we had to turn back and have that person get picked up by the United States Coast Guard. That person, we're told, is fine, by the way, thank goodness. But because of that, it did make us about 2.5 hours late for our first port of Aruba, which was 3 days after we had left. We got to Aruba, everything was great. And then we got to our second port, everything was great, of Bonaire. But then we all got a letter and a message from the captain saying that the ship was now having propulsion issues and we were going to miss our last 2 ports of call in the Dominican Republic. It happens. Ships can and do break down sometimes, guys. It's actually in the contract that you signed that you know that. So, you know, they're mechanical things. Well, people were upset. Of course, I was upset too. We were really looking forward to visiting the Dominican Republic on this voyage. But then something odd happened. The ship engines were worse than Carnival thought they were going to be, so immediately they had to cancel the next 2 voyages. And I'm going to go over that with you in just a second. And then about 24 hours after they canceled the next 2 sailings, Carnival actually came back and said, you know what, we're going to have to bring the Horizon all the way over to Europe, and that's going to take a couple of months to fix the engines because it's worse than we even thought it was. We're not going to be able to fix it in Miami, and they had to cancel a lot more. But instead of canceling for those extra voyages after the first 2, because they remain canceled, those folks are going to get the opportunity to board additional ships other than this one and still go on their sailings. For those that are missing their cruise completely over the next 2 weeks, as standard in just about every cruise line, those folks are being offered a complete refund of the cruise and a cruise credit for a free cruise in the future. Now keep in mind, they are completely losing their vacation. Their cruises were completely canceled. They were possibly out airfare, hotels. If they only vacation once a year, they could be losing their entire vacation for the year. So it's pretty standard in this business that when Carnival cancels an entire cruise, they usually give you your money back and a free voyage. Now for those people after that, for the next 2 months while the Horizon is in dry dock, those folks are going to be filtered to another ship and doing the exact same itinerary they would have been doing here on the Horizon. For those people, they're going to get either a $200 or a $250 credit on board for the inconvenience of having to be on a different ship than the one they booked. Well, I got to tell you, that created an uproar with certain crowd on this ship. Because here on the Carnival Horizon, for those that missed our 2 ports, we were only given a $100 onboard credit and a 25% off future cruise credit off the base price of your cruise. And a lot of people on board thought that that was completely unfair and even organized a protest on board. And when the protest was organized, it started out with a petition that a lot of people signed. A lot of people said they felt threatened to sign it or forced to sign it due to peer pressure, but it was signed by a lot of passengers. And then it broke out on social media as well as on here that there was going to be a protest in the main lobby last night at 5 p.m. I'm here to tell you, the ship did not take it lightly. There was lots of security there to make sure things didn't get out of hand. It did ultimately turn into a peaceful protest. There was no violence. The way it happened is a lot of people gathered. I won't say everybody, we're estimating about 400 to 450 people. And then one person who led the protest got up on the main stairwell overlooking the atrium and did a little speech, which I'm going to show you right now. And then I'm going to come back afterwards and give you my opinion on where she's right and where I feel she's wrong. So I'll be right back right after this.
My name is Misha. I started the petition because I don't feel that we've been fairly compensated for the cruises that were canceled. I am speaking on behalf of over 800 people that have signed the petition. angry. We have been spinning around in the circles at guest services. Nobody wants to talk to us. Except for the fact that I was pulled aside since I started the petition. Anyways, that's another story. I just want to
Louder.
read to you what is in their contract that they printed for me. In Part 8B of their contract, it does say that they have the right to cancel for any reason. There's a number of reasons that they say. I'm not going to read it all, but then it does say, except as provided in Clause 8C with respect to mechanical failures. And we're having a mechanical failure, which they already knew about. They can deny it as much as they want to, but there's so much evidence that they already knew about it. And then it refers you to 8C and 8C. And I am going to read that part. It says, Carnival has the right without written notice to cancel the contract at the port of embarkation or any time during the voyage and shall thereupon return to the guest if the contract is completely canceled in its cruise fare. Or if the contract is partially canceled, a proportionate part thereof, which we have not received. 25% on the next cruise where we have to spend more money is not fair. We already spent our money before. How is it fair to us that the next 2 cruise dates get all of their money back and a free cruise credit? And we don't get anything. That's not fair. And they already knew about the problem. So I just wanted to share that with you. I thank you all for your support. I know that this will not stop. Once we get off the boat, it's just going to intensify. Its main office doesn't do anything about it. Thank you.
Okay, so you watched what she had to say. I know it's hard to hear because there were a lot of people, there was music playing, but the gist is this. She was looking at Carnival's contract that you sign digitally before you board a cruise ship. And in that contract, it does say if your cruise is canceled, you will get a full refund of everything you paid to the cruise line. It also says that if your cruise is partially canceled, you'll get a prorated amount back from the cruise line. And she's using that to think that she should get at least half credit since we missed half of our ports. I can understand her frustration. I can understand everybody's frustration. Like I said, a lot of people paid a lot of money for this cruise and we're really hoping to stop at those ports. But here's where she got it wrong. Our cruise wasn't canceled. A portion of our cruise wasn't canceled. We didn't come back early. We skipped those ports and we had those extra days at sea. Thus, we were on a cruise ship for our full 8 days enjoying the cruise ship. So, per the ticket carriage, it was not canceled. And what she's overlooking is the paragraph directly after that paragraph, where it says, with the exception of if your cruise is canceled and come back early, if you miss ports or where the cruise line changes your itinerary, you are entitled to absolutely no compensation whatsoever, regardless of the reason, whether it's mechanical, whether it's weather related, it makes no difference. The cruise line always has the right to change the itinerary. For that, if you're really concerned about your itinerary, purchase cruise insurance. Lots of cruise insurance policies do cover itinerary change. I'm going to put a link in the description down below to some cruise insurance that's discounted through Insure My Trip if you click that link. And you can look at all different policies, including ones that will pay you should your ports get canceled or rescheduled. So that's what happened on board our cruise ship. It's a very first for the industry. I can tell you that the crew, all the way from the captain who was in the lobby, all the way down to security and deckhands, was very nervous about last night. Matter of fact, I'm told that in a room adjacent to the lobby, a lot of the crew were in security outfits, just waiting in that room in case things got a hand, so they could fill up the atrium and disperse it immediately. That did not need to happen, obviously, from the video that you saw. Let me know what you think. Is it appropriate to do a protest on a cruise ship? Do you feel like maybe when you come on a cruise, you're getting away from all the protests and everything you see at home? Or do you think on a cruise ship, if things aren't going your way, you should organize a protest in the lobby? My personal opinion, I told you I would give it to you, is that I think it was extremely inappropriate. I think that she will probably not only not get what she wanted, in my opinion, I could be wrong, I bet she's never allowed to travel on Carnival again. I guess we'll find that out in the days and weeks to follow. So again, let me know in the comments what you think. Appropriate, not appropriate, is my stance right? Is my stance wrong? I really want to let you know. Now, before we go, again, make sure you click that subscribe button, click the little bell notification. Also, if you want the latest in cruise news, send me a text with the word cruise to 305-574-9213. Totally free service to put you on our message list. We'll let you know when we upload new videos, as well as when cruising information goes live, you'll get the news first. I'm Sal, my wife Debbie is behind the camera today, but hopefully we'll see you guys very soon, right here on board a cruise ship on the Lido deck.